What's up everyone? Welcome to Crypto Maximalist. Today we're taking a look at Bitcoin and its recent price action, and make sure to watch the video till the end for a price prediction for the short and the long term as well. First things first, please smash the likes, subscribe and hit the bell icon. YouTube is not pushing crypto content out currently, and it really helps if you hit the like. We're posting 4 videos per day, so come back every day for daily updates and analysis. And make sure to comment down below for your chance to win a hardware wallet in our new monthly giveaway. We'd also like to thank you all so much for your support. We're nearly at 10k subscribers, so please tap that sub button now. This is not financial advice. Welcome to Crypto Maximalist. Let's begin. So just taking a look at the hourly time frame here, it's pretty clear that Bitcoin is currently bouncing off of this very strong support at around 31k here. As we can quite clearly see, we have come down and touched this level multiple times in the past month or so, where we have been consolidating, and pretty much every single time we have been pretty oversold as well and had a decent bounce to the upside. As you can see, the last 2 times that we touched this area, we did actually have a huge reversal, and it does look as though this time as well you could probably count this, although this was a huge capitulation and pretty much a V-shaped recovery. So we're currently bouncing in and around this level here at around 31k. As we said yesterday, we did anticipate a reversal off the bottom, which we did get here. We got this nice bullish divergence. If I can just outline this here, this bullish divergence here, where essentially the price action was continuing to go down, but we're getting higher lows on our RSI, which means the momentum to the downside was weakening. And we did actually get this relief rally all the way back up to around 33.5k here, which is something that we did say in yesterday's video. But it looks like we rolled over again, and we're currently back testing this area again. It looks as though we may be forming some kind of a double bottom here on our 1 hourly chart, as you can see. And we are continuing to make higher lows on our RSI, so it does look as though this bullish divergence could potentially be continuing here. If we do see a retest of this bottom area here, we're probably looking at a very nice bullish divergence here, where we would see a bounce to the upside if that was the case. As we said, pretty much every single time we've come down and touched this area here at around 31k, as we've seen here, and here, we have actually had a very nice bounce to the upside. So nothing looking too bad in our opinion for Bitcoin. A lot of people have been calling for zero, obviously. There's a lot of fudsters out there. But in our opinion, we've pretty much just been ranging, haven't we, in between 31k and 42k for some time. It did look as though we were getting this nice ABC D wave to the upside here, where we could potentially have challenged this 42k basically a week or so ago, but obviously we got all the FUD in the market, didn't we? So the price came back down. Now we're retesting the lows of this channel yet again. But it does look as though we are bottoming out in our opinion. From what we can tell, we are looking pretty overextended to the downside as it is. On the hourly chart, it does look as though we are losing momentum to the downside, so the bounce is probably more likely than not at this point. Obviously, you can't rule anything out, but it does look as though Bitcoin is most likely going to have a bounce here, considering that we're pretty much approaching these areas again, and it does look as though all the signs are showing that the reversal is probably likely. Just take a look at the 4 hour as well. It does look as though we are approaching very oversold territory on this time frame as well, as we can see. Pretty much, as we said, every single time that we've actually been in this area here, as you can see, we have bounced very nicely to the upside. This time here, we bounced all the way up to around 40k, I believe. Let me just move the toolkit out of the way. This time here, we bounced all the way to around 42k. On this one, we bounced all the way to 41k. So even if we just kept the pattern going and bounced to, 40k here, that would be nice. As you can see, we'd be all the way back up to these kinds of levels if we got a similar kind of result as we did from these previous times where we were super oversold. So we're looking very oversold right now. I think the bears are getting quite greedy, if we're being completely honest with Bitcoin right now. There's no one actually selling their Bitcoin. People are just trying to short. And we have seen a massive amount of shorts recently being put in for Bitcoin, although quite a lot of them have been stopped, closed, because it's quite clear that people aren't confident that Bitcoin is actually going to breach down below this 31k level in any meaningful way. And we do think that if we did, there'd be a very strong amount of buy pressure, considering all the institutions and all the people with stable coins waiting to get in on the sideline. So I think a lot of people are looking at below this 31k level as a sign that potentially there's going to be a really great buying opportunity. Obviously, all altcoins are bleeding heavily against Bitcoin right now, but I've been pretty much on all time frames, as you can see. I mean, we look like we're forming an absolutely amazing bullish divergence here on the daily time frame. As you can see, the price action in terms of actual candles and not just the wicks has actually been decreasing here. But the RSI here just slowly increasing, making higher lows all the time. So in terms of a reversal, we're looking more and more likely that we're going to get one very soon. This price action is just continuing to try and force its way down, but the actual momentum is decreasing of the price action. So we wouldn't be surprised if we saw a big move to the upside quite soon. We do think that the momentum and the momentum of the bears is actually running out, and it does look as though if we can get back above some of these EMAs here, which we could potentially do with a nice bounce to the upside, then we're probably going to start looking quite bullish again. Everyone's been talking about the Wyckoff distribution, which we think is potentially also in play, where essentially we had this big run up, then slow distribution of price, then the big collapse. Now we're accumulating again inside this range between 31 and 42k. So in our opinion, things today for Bitcoin looking completely fine. Just take a look at the weekly chart as well. I mean, things aren't looking too bad in our opinion. It looks as though we just got very overextended here. We are actually in danger of losing our 50 EMA here on the weekly time frame, which is a bit of a concern. But obviously we've got a long way to go this week. And as you can see, pretty much for the past month or so, we have been holding this 50 EMA very nicely. So we're in no danger of rolling over right now, in our opinion, because it's still early days in this week. I think these candles print basically on the start of every Monday. So we're only on Tuesday right now. So we do anticipate there is going to be a bounce for Bitcoin, which will probably bring us back above this 50 EMA. But obviously, as we said, if we start losing this 50 EMA on the weekly time frame, then this is generally an indicator that we are approaching very bearish territory. But right now, we're not seeing any indication that this is the case. Obviously, we've lost our 20 here, which we did lose when we basically capitulated down to this 30 to 40k region. But in our opinion, things aren't looking too bad at the minute. Obviously, retesting these lows again is not ideal, but as we said, we are predicting a bounce for Bitcoin because it is looking quite overextended to the downside right now. And provided that we can hold this 50 EMA on the weekly time frame, then we do think things are going to be okay. If we just take a look at some smaller time frames so we can see what's been going on, just take a look at the 5-minute chart here so we can see what's been happening essentially in the past day or so. So it does look as though we are getting pretty much in every single time frame, we're getting extremely overextended to the downside, as you can see here. We're very oversold in this region here. It does look as though we're forming some kind of a double bottom here. If we just look at the 30-minute, oh my goodness, that's not the right tool whatsoever. If we just take a look at the 30-minute here, it does look as though we're forming a very nice double bottom here. We're still stuck under our EMAs on pretty much all the time frames though, which is a bit of a concern. As you can see, Bitcoin, ever since it had that nice rally up to around 41k, we've been stuck under our EMAs here on the hourly time frame as well, basically just getting forced down and down and down. But it does look as though we are potentially double bottoming here, and provided that we can bounce off this 31k level, we are thinking that it's probably going to be a nice reversal for Bitcoin quite soon, especially as we said, considering that we are getting quite oversold on our RSI and the bullish divergence does look as though it's coming. So short term, we do anticipate that Bitcoin is going to have a bounce off this 31k area. But obviously, if we get some cataclysmic news in the market, we could be seeing lower prices, in which case we will reassess and reevaluate the price action tomorrow. But as we've been saying, when in doubt, zoom out. I mean, if you look at the weekly time frame here, you can see just how far we've come. Essentially, this is in the past 3 or 4 years, we can see we've come basically from a $3,000 or $4,000 Bitcoin. We went all the way to 60k. Now we're back down to around 30k, but this is still an amazing gain. And obviously, this does look as though it's having a very nice 50% retracement, really. I mean, look, this is like almost a perfect 50% retracement, which is generally what you get when you get a huge pump like this. You get the 50% rule where you basically get a 50% retracement from the crazy all-time high, consolidate, and then you push up again. 50% is a percentage that crops up a lot in a lot of things, like, for example, pennants that tend to form. I mean, you could actually say that this potentially here could be some kind of pennant that's actually forming for Bitcoin, or something like this, where we will kind of bounce around in this range here and then break to the upside. But from what we can tell, when in doubt, zoom out. We do think in the long term, Bitcoin's going to do extremely well. It's probably going to be well over 100k in the next year or so. And I mean, long term, 5 or 10 years down the road, 500k, 1 million. I mean, the demand for Bitcoin, considering its supply, is incredibly high. So in the long term, it's probably going to do extremely well. So that's our update today, guys. We'd like to thank everyone for watching. If you have any comments, questions, or suggestions, please let us know down in the comments section below. Please make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you can keep up to date with all of our videos. Remember to comment down below and be subscribed to enter into our brand new monthly giveaway for a hardware wallet. If you'd like to support the channel more directly, please sign up to our Patreon via the link in the description below, Or sign up to YouTube membership by hitting the join button right next to the sub below this video, where you can get access to our private Discord. We're offering coin calls, one-to-one access to us personally, insight into our personal portfolio, daily research of crypto assets with massive potential, and access to our brand new 100x portfolio. With so many benefits, you might as well check it out below. Don't forget to get 2 free stocks with Webull by signing up and then depositing $100 using our link in the description below. You can quite literally deposit the $100, get your 2 free stocks and then withdraw the money, so there's no reason not to do that, and they could be valued all the way up to $1,600 each, but don't forget to actually deposit as well after signing up, otherwise you won't receive the second stock. Scammers get worse every day, so make sure to protect yourself and your crypto online with Pure VPN. Sign up below for some big discounts. You can get access to block content and protect yourself from phishing scams with super low monthly payments and high quality speeds. You can also sign up to our free Telegram via the description as well. All the links are in the description for affiliate links for discounts and free crypto, so go check them all out below. There's plenty of goodness on offer. Please like and subscribe. We are Crypto Maximalists.